What's up everybody, Lynx Ambassador Colton Sturm, and today we are going to talk about controls, the do's and don'ts. I'm going to show you guys how I set up my controls. You don't have to do it like me. This is just what I've learned over my entire racing career and just overall snowmobile career, and also what I've learned from other riders over the years of what they've kind of taught me and reasons why they do what they do. We also have a sled that's just off screen here that has a 8-inch bar riser, I think it is. It's ridiculous. Okay, I don't even want to get started on that thing yet. We're gonna get started on that shortly, and we're gonna try to ride it and see what the big hype is about these tall bar risers that people keep running that just look ridiculous, and the function is, I already know, it's not functional. Anyways, on this sled here, I have a 2.25-inch riser. It's the lowest thing I can pretty much get, and it's perfect for everything I do. Now, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6'1" with my boots on, so I need to, it puts you in more of a tack position, a more prone position. Your core's, activated, so you're ready for anything that you're about to hit that maybe you don't see in the snow and you get jostled around. You're just in a better attack position. I have people at shows that come up to me and they stand on the sled like this and they say, see, I can barely touch the bars. Well, who rides down the trail like this, like a fence pole? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I've never seen anybody ride like that. Me personally, I'm always kind of in this position. I'm always in an attack position. If you see me standing up like this, I'm probably in my garage standing there. That's all it is. So I'm going to bring you guys around over here, and I'm going to show you how I set up my bars, the angle, the roll of the bars, my throttle and my brake lever, and why I personally do it. Take what you want from this video, leave what you want. You can take all this, or you can leave it all and say, no, this isn't for me. That's fine. Everybody can run whatever they want as long as they love it. That's the whole point of snowmobiling. But I'm just going to try to give you guys a little bit of insight on why I run the way I run, and give you some examples of the ergonomics and the functionality, I guess, of why I do these things. So yeah, let's bring you guys over here and I'll show you guys how I set this up. All right, so I took my bar pad off just so it's pretty easy to see everything I got going on here. First thing I like to do is, with my bar riser, I try to keep it as in line with the steering post as possible. When you tilt it straight forward, it's an awkward a steer. If you're into it, cool, be awkward. But what you're going to want to get is one of this angle locator. I use this when finding my bar position. I pretty much know where I'm supposed to be on my bar and also feel. But as you can see here, you put this on there and I'm just shy of 90 degrees. Okay, I roll my bars forward, and on the riser here, I'm normally at a -1 with the little tab that normally sticks out of here. I like to have the hook of the bar facing kind of more down and level, not facing forward and not facing back. But that's just the way I kind of like it, so that then when you do turn it, this hook is still sitting straight down. It's not facing forward, it's just a good angle. So next thing I do with my throttle, I keep my throttle decently tight, but I can still move it around. That also helps if you crash, you don't break that. But I like to run my throttle down a little ways. So, I mean, I've seen people that run it up high, and I always then get a cramp in my hand. And then when you are wide open, you can go like this, but then you see your hands kind of awkward, and then your thumb's way down here. But by running it a little lower, when I am wide open, it's a better motion with my thumb. And then also when you get into those right hand turns, it's a lot easier to reach around and get it with your 2 fingers like this instead of really reaching for something high. Just kind of a good happy medium. Again, this is all personal preference. You can set it up however your hand fits the best. Another big thing is the way I run it. I'm putting more pressure on the outside of my palm. I learned this way back in the day at a motocross school I attended, that you can tell on a dirt bike or even on a snowmobile, you're hanging on properly, and you're not getting bad arm pump by hanging on properly, but you can tell when the outside of your grip starts wearing before anything else, and I can already see my outside of the grip is wearing here. And yeah, it's something I learned a long time ago as a kid, actually. Moving over here for the brake, I've seen some people that run it really low, and I think their thinking on that is when they're standing up, they're more in line like this. And I've seen people that run them flat for when they're sitting, but then when you are standing up, it's kind of an awkward angle. So I try to meet it in the middle, and I try to keep everything, especially when I'm sitting down. If it's too high, you tilt your wrist just enough, and you wouldn't think that it makes a big difference, but then you're pulling with a different part of your arm, and you're going to wear out your upper body a lot faster when you are hitting the brakes and you are turning and doing everything all at once. But when you keep everything in line, you're using more of your bicep and your tricep muscles when you are turning and using your brakes at the same time. So yeah, I try to keep that. I mean, a really easy way to know if it's in a good working position for you is when the reservoir cap's pretty much parallel with the ground. You know, if you like running it way down, go nuts. If you like running it way up, again, go nuts. It's your sled, it's your ride it how you want to and how you feel most comfortable on the machine itself. But that is how I set up these bars. I roll my bars forward, get a -1 position on here, around 85 degrees is what I like to see. Run this down so my fingers and everything are in line with my arm when I am sitting down. Run the throttle a little bit down so I can reach around and grab it with my fingers in those tight right hand turns. And yeah, that's basically it. And again, low bar riser. This is a 2.25. Keep it in line with the steering post, and it's going to work out really good for you guys. Okay. All right, well, here she is. This is the Mac Daddy. This is all the rave. This is the 8-inch bar riser. Now, I've seen people run 8 inches on mountain sleds and on trail sleds. This goes for everybody, whether it's mountain or trail. I mean, this is just stupid. But we're gonna give it a go. 2.5 inch, 8 inch. And it's tilted forward like I've seen the cool kids do, how they tilt the bar riser pretty much vertical for some reason. I don't know why yet, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. You think you got more leverage up here, you don't. I mean, if you think about something moving back and forth, right, you have a lot less motion down here, a lot of motion up here. That's this, man. You hit something that you're not prepared for and you're standing up, these bars have so much more motion, you're just gonna get flicked right off. Guarantee it. In fact, I have a pretty strong feeling I'm going to get flicked off here. Hopefully not, but this is just ridiculous. Anything 6 inches or more, if you're running a 6-inch bar riser or more, just trust me, bring it down to a 4-inch. You'll thank me later. And don't tilt them forward. Keep them in line with your steering post. I mean, I don't know why people think that this is actually a good setup. If this was such a good setup, people like Ross Robinson, Blaine Matthews, Jay Medaberry, all the best riders in the world would run it, but they don't. And there's a reason, like the expert package on the Skidoo line comes with a small bar riser. There's a reason for that. Snow crossers, if this was the hot ticket, they'd run them, but they run bar risers even a little shorter than that. I mean, they slam them right down. Why do you think that is? You have way more control over your machine in the turns and everything. Now for the mountain guys that say, well, I'm not a trail rider, I need these tall bars because I need the leverage, you know, and I'm tall. No, you're not. You don't need more leverage. This thing has leverage over you now. That sled, I have leverage on it. This thing's gonna have leverage on me. It's probably gonna ride me. I'm not gonna ride it. It's gonna get Western, I have a feeling, so we're gonna go and see what it's all about. I'm gonna go into this with an open mind, and who knows? Maybe I'll buy a pile of these. Maybe from now on you're just gonna see me with a 6-inch or an 8-inch bar riser. I'm gonna have the thing standing up vertical and just gooning around the trails. How do you even turn this thing? I have to see a chiropractor after riding this thing. It's just, this is ridiculous. If you have to also, if you're wondering if your bar riser's too tall, here's the first thing that will give it away, is if you have to get a throttle extension, your bar riser's too tall. If you stand up like a post and you can have your elbows bent, your bar riser's too tall. I'm telling you that right now. You can't even, I mean, this thing's gonna be my breakfast, lunch, and dinner soon. I'm just gonna wham! I mean, this is silly. We're gonna put this bar pad to good use today, I have a feeling. So, well, here we go. We're gonna try out an 8-inch bar riser, stand it up vertical just like all you cool kids do. And let's see what happens. Hopefully not wreck anything. That's the setup you need. Or maybe this is, I don't know. Either way, it's ridiculous. The handguards?
Yeah. That's how hot they are.
The handguards? Like,
yeah, well not through them, but like the visual effect maybe.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how much horsepower it adds.
What do you think that adds for horsepower?
I'd say at least 5 to 10. I was gonna say a good 8.
8 inches.
Yeah,
8 inches, 8 horse.
8 inches, 8 horsepower. Yeah. God, never thought of it that way.
That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, you're gonna really like it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just standing vertical too. Set up your bar risers like you stand on the sled. Just like a fence post.
Don't worry, when you get flicked off, guess what I'll be? I'll be your lifesaver. Your lifesaver.
Man, that thing is so ridiculous. That's right up your alley, Ryan. You're the tallest guy out of all of us.
I'm just ecstatic to ride that thing. I don't know. I for sure, when I buy my next sled, I'm making sure it comes with 8-inch risers.
It has to?
At least, yeah.
Well, all the...
You're going to spring check it. 8. Can we get 10s?
I don't know. We should look.
We should.
You think we can get 10s?
Oh, for sure. I'm pretty sure.
You can get a riser for your riser even.
There you go.
We should have done that. We should have stacked like 3 risers.
Yeah.
And then you could get like the Dr. Seuss tree looking angle. That's how you get, yeah.
Really ergonomic.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think this is the ticket. This is the hot ticket.
Yeah.
What do you think, Timbo?
This is ridiculous. Hey everybody, come see how cool I look. How cool do I look? Yeah, dude. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is the stupidest thing I have ever ridden, I think. That's so much more power though. Let's go sit down and do it. Yeah! That's better! Yeah, let's go to You gotta be kidding me.
Oh man.
You can't turn it.
No.
This thing's so dumb. You know what's nice? You got a handle. You got a handle to pick yourself up.
And the bar riser keeps you from scratching your plastic.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, that's broke. Hey, we got some of that. Hey, we're going to show you a little tip on how to fix the little light on the plastic.
That thing's nice. We
Dude.
should order some more now.
We need more.
Yeah, you got a few more sleds here without 8 inches on them.
Yeah. You guys see how fast I can go too, man? I was hauling.
Yeah, that thing hauls pretty good.
I was doing wheelies.
I'm jealous, man.
This is the dumbest setup. Alright. If you're running a 6-inch bar riser, it's too tall. I'll tell you that right now. If you're running an 8-inch bar riser, you're a fool. Oh my god. You gotta stand up like a sensible dude, right? Oh look at, I got a drift. I'm gonna do a wheelie because I got cold bar risers. Yeah, oh shit. This sucker's getting tight, dude. Let's bring her back. I think I'm done with this thing. This thing needs like a windshield on it. If you're running this, if you're a guy that thinks this is the answer on mountain sled or trail sled, you better mount a freaking windshield to a chill. Make it look cool. So dumb. I wish I had 4 thumbs so I could give this bar riser 4 thumbs down. Alright, so we rode it and it sucked. If you're running 6 inches or more, you're doing something wrong. This is an absolute nightmare. It's just a big compensating hunk of junk. No, not to mention you're probably going to bend your steering post in there. It's just, this is a do not do on snowmobiles. This is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I think that just answered my question. I mean, you can't even turn this thing to save your life. I mean, it's just, this thing is absolutely ridiculous and it's ugly. Don't do that. Don't be this guy. This is absolute ridiculousness. So hopefully this video kind of helped you guys out a little bit on the do's and don'ts. This is a big don't. And then kind of like how I set up my controls. Try it out sometime, see if you like it. Maybe you don't like it. I mean, it's, you know, I've written other setups that people rant and rave about that they absolutely love, and it's not for me and I don't like it. And that's just me. You know, it's all personal opinion. But my personal opinion on a tall bar riser is wrong. It doesn't work. So we're gonna get rid of this thing and probably throw it away because it is ugly and it serves no purpose, but at least I look cool. And that's the biggest thing. You look cool, you ride better. It's that simple. So if you want to ride better, I guess try to look cool like this. But if you want to be a better snowmobiler, get rid of a 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch. They make 10 inches, we don't know. Just get down to a 4-inch or lower if you want, but lose the 6 and 8s. No more, man. Just lose it. Right, Hank? Right. Let's get rid of this. Come on.